Hey, welcome to my channel. Tony here. Tony's LPs are us. You can see from the poster in the back, this is actually a hard foam cardboard poster that I got when this record came out. Right before Keith Moon passed away, I got this at my record store that I worked, Vocals Records. So this is for the Who vinyl tag from BeatleBabe, who has a great channel. I met her on Rachel's Ghost, the morning show. I suggest you tune in. Great guests. I was on a few times. Rachel, I hope you have me back on again. But this is for BeatleBabe, her tag. I forget what the tag is called. It's a Who tag. Oh, here it is, the official Who tag, I guess 2024. So I'm breaking this up into two sections. I'm going to sit down. I just want everyone to see this. This is pretty cool. That's the cover of Who Are You? That was for the store window. I was able to get that. So I've had that since Who Are You came out. One of my favorite Who records, Who Are You? And it's funny because it says not to be taken away. And Keith Moon was taken away. So I'm going to break this down in half. I believe there's 32 questions on this BeatleBabe tag from the Who. So I'm going to break it down into two sections. I hope she don't mind. So this is part one, and then I'll get my stuff together for part two, and we'll take it from there. So BeatleBabe, this is for you. Great channel, great vibe, great presentation. So tune into her station if you can. So here we have the official Who tag. Now, question number one. How long are you a Who fan and why? Now, I guess I'm a Who fan because the Who were great. The Who are great. The two Who, Pete and Roger. And how long have I been a Who fan? Well, hard to say, but I would say well over 50 years. Who are in my top six: Beatles, Stones, Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, and The Who. Now, from what I see, and from what I see on eBay and records that sell, The Who aren't really popular right now. I don't know why. The Who are historic. The Who did Pete Townsend and The Who. Of course, the rock opera, Tommy, then Quadrophenia. So I've been a Who fan for 50 or so years. I guess I like them because someone turned me on to them. I heard the Who, Who were all over. I listened to FM radio, so they were a staple. Favorite Who album is easy. That's Quadrophenia. Never get tired of Quadrophenia. There's actually great documentaries on YouTube about the making of Quadrophenia with Pete going over stuff and historians. Now, this is a reissue. This has the booklet inside. When you see Jimmy and his family and his girls, and there's a great documentary that go over, how the booklet was photographed and who was in the photographs. It's a Mod versus the Rockers, as you know. Back in London, in England rather, it was the Mods, which were the Who, and the Rockers, which were probably, guys like the Stones or, Yardbirds and things like, I guess, things like that. So Mods versus the Rockers. There's a great documentary on that as well. Here's my original, or one of my originals. I've probably got about 6 different copies of this. I have a German copy. And this has the booklet that pops out. So if you're looking for this in the wild, make sure you get the booklet. There is Jimmy working in the dump. It's just a great. It's epic. I love Tommy. I love a lot of the Who. Who's Next? But for me to listen to go to, it's Quadrophenia. Favorite member and why? That's easy. That would be Peter Townsend. Why? Peter Townsend is the genius behind the Who. But without those virtuoso players and singer like Roger and Ed Whistle and early when Keith Moon was there. That was the essential group for that formed that the Who. There was nothing like the Who. They were energy within themselves. Track records, right? First Hendrix in Europe was on Track Records. Favorite song? That's a tough one. There's a lot. I would. I don't know. I have 10 favorite Who songs. It's hard to say. What is your favorite song sung by each member? Now, I'm just going to take it easy and do a complete, all of them singing at once, and that is when they do the harmonies for Tommy Can You Hear Me, and that's on Kids Are Alright. They also do Barbara Ann. I thought Barbara Ann was on the Kids Are Alright. I don't see it here. It could be, maybe it's mixed in. But I would say for this, to illustrate, Tommy Can You Hear Me on the Kids Are Alright, which is the video soundtrack, which is one of the main things I think that got me into the Who early on as well. I bought this record, then I went back and bought a lot of the solo stuff. So I would say, Tommy Can You Hear Me when they do the harmonies. Favorite solo record? That's a tough one too. I would say Peter Townsend solo records. Just going to show one here. Who's Next, which is a great one. This is a beautiful record, beautiful gatefold of Baba O'Reilly. Baba riding Pet Donkey is on the back. So I would say that. I also love this album, which is you don't see it too often. This also has the Who on it. I believe the Who do. Let me see. They do 2 tracks on here, and that's the Iron Man. And believe it or not, this was a cutout. I'll show you the label. On Atlantic, Pete was all over the place. And here's the libretto, the booklet, which is really nice. Has all the players. The musical by Pete Townsend. So check this out on YouTube. I'm sure there's a video of this. But this is great. It's just, Dig is a great song. John Lee Hooker's on here. Nina Simone. Billy Nichols. Deborah Conway. Roger Daltrey. Simon Townsend. I've seen Simon with Pete. So that's the Iron Man musical by Pete Townsend. Favorite cover and solo covers. This is one of them because it's so mysterious. You don't know what's going on here with Pete. This is Empty Glasses. This has the hype sticker or the price, and this is a cutout. I have a couple of these as well. This has a custom inner. And by the way, thanks again to BeatleBabe, and thanks everyone for stopping in, checking this video out. Like I said, this is part 1. I didn't want to make it too long, easy to digest. And I want to thank everyone for the subs. If you haven't subbed, please consider it. Here's the back, Empty Glass. Just a great cover. Don't know the genesis of this cover, but there was a lot of rumors about this cover if you look them up. But look at this, great stuff. Here's another great cover, solo. I don't have any Keith Moon vinyl. I think I might have some a vinyl CD of Keith Moon if he did a solo record. I'm not quite sure, but don't have a lot of John Entwistle. I have his CDs. This is what I pulled out. This is Too Late to Hero. Has a custom inner. He left us too soon, obviously. I love this cover by Roger because he looks like a spy from MI6. And I remember Roger saying that his solo records didn't sell as well as he had hoped. And then a manager or someone told him, well, you're not singing like you sing with The Who. And he started singing like he sang with The Who, because I have about 4 or 5 of his solo records. And on the later ones, he starts to do like a Who thing. So it was pretty cool. But I like this cover. This is Best Bits. So this is actually a greatest hits type of thing. And Best Bits, it's a kind of has a power tool there. But love the cover. Very Bondish on MCA. These MCAs don't always sound good. The American MCAs, the reissues of later Who, and maybe that's why they don't sell as well. Now, how many times have you seen The Who live? I've seen The Who live 4 times. 3 times at the Garden, New York City, early Garden. Then I saw later Quadrophenia, when they performed Quadrophenia with a guest group. It was a Pete Townshend's brother was there. Zach Starkey played drums. Of course, and they had guest artists come in and out to fill the things in Quadrophenia. So I've seen that. I saw them do that twice. Once at PNC in New Jersey. Probably orchestra, 3rd or 4th row. It was great. Unfortunately, people in front of me were jumping around. I was with my son, and I was with Big John, so Big John had no problem looking over. But we also saw them with Big John at the Garden, and then I saw them early in the 70s, and that was when you had to win tickets through a lottery. You sent your check in, and you would get the tickets or you would get your check back, that type of thing. There was no Ticketron that you could do it with. Ultimate live performance, I would say for me, not in general, because the Who are always ultimate. I would say when I saw them at the Garden for Quadrophenia, just amazing. And unfortunately, it was not Keith Moon, but it was John Entwistle. And 60s or 70s Who, well, I like Quadrophenia, but I love the 60s Who. And here we have Magic Bus. They blend for me, 60s, 70s, even 80s. This is a original Decca. Look at that. Not bad, right? These sound great. The original Decca sound great. I have a original Tommy Decca that is just outstanding. It just gives me the chills. So it's the early one. I wanted to show it because it says Magic Bus, The Who on tour. This is just great. This has Disguises, Run, 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 Our Love It Was Is, Call Me Lightning, Magic Bus, Doctor, Doctor, Pictures of Lily, produced by the old manager Kit Lampert. Just a great record. And this is I believe this is just a stereo. And then we have films, Tommy or Quadrophenia. There was a film for Tommy. There was a film for Quadrophenia. For me, no comparison. Tommy was kind of like tongue-in-cheek. Jack Nicholson, Anne Margaret, cast of characters was great, had its moments. I believe Tina Turner, but I didn't pull that. But for me, it's the movie Quadrophenia. Because the movie Quadrophenia, not only does it have Sting in it, and it shows you the mods and the rockers and the whole theme of the story, but it also has the 4 sides. It's 2 records, but it has Zoot Suit, which is the high numbers, the Who. It has High Heel Sneakers, Cross Section. It has other mixes of things from the album Quadrophenia. But then it has Night Train, Louie Louie by the Kingsmen, Green Onions, Booker T, Rhythm of the Rain, my favorite, the Cascades, He's So Fine, the Chiffons, Be My Baby, the Ronettes. Da Run Run, Do Run Run by the Crystals. Just an amazing record. These have customs in her. You can see the Sting. The Sting is the face. One of his early roles. He was so young. And there's Jimmy. And we'll show you the inners, which are really customized. Quadrophenia, my favorite. My favorite. I love it. Have it on CD. Have this on VHS. Had it on laser, I think. Blu-ray, whatever. But so I'm going to break it up here. That's about 15, 16 minutes. That's 13. Let me flip it over. Here it says some other questions, but I'll wait. So that's it. My first part 1 of 2 parts of the BeatleBabe Who tag, the official Who tag. And I'm Tony. Tony's LPs Are Us. I want to thank everyone for dropping in again. And I'm going to step aside so you can look at this great poster. This thing is huge. This was a window display. I was able to get this. Said not to be taken away, but I was able to get it. And we think we had 1 or 2 of those in the store. But Who Are You is a great album as well. I love that album as well. Who Are You? And we'll talk about that in chapter 2 because it kind of coincides with some of the questions. So thanks a lot. Keep rocking, and we'll see you soon. Ciao.